Hey everybody, Adam here, doing a little home editing. Um, I just wanted to welcome and do an intro for our Richard Hatch interview from MegaCon 2014 in Orlando. It was a really good interview. It was a really fun interview. Um, we had a good time talking. I just want to let him know that I was not giving him any type of grief over doing the movie Prisoners of the Lost Universe. I truly love that movie. I love it for its camp and for just everything that the movie turned out to be. I know it line for line, so it's not just something that I dug up from the internet to make fun of you with. Uh, but thanks for being such a trooper, Mr. Hatch, and we definitely love everything that you do here, the Nerd-O-Rama network, especially the Silicon Assassin thing. It was really cool. So here it is. Here's our interview with Richard Hatch from MegaCon 2014. Hi, this is Adam from the Nerd-O-Rama network. I am here with Brad Lineaweaver, the critically acclaimed sci-fi author,
I like hearing that.
and
and writer and producer of Silicon Assassin, which is one of the most successful web series in history.
And speaking of successful, I am also here with Richard Hatch from, as everyone knows, Prisoners of the Lost Universe.
In case you don't recognize me, this is how I used to look.
And
This is after prison abuse. It's Tom's Eric.
and Battlestar Galactica before sci-fi turned it into a religious whatever show that was. But
What are you talking about?
all the Cylons are like, there's one true God, and I'm like, this is
There
weird.
is only one true God.
I know. Not according to the Lost Universe. I mean,
You're a hedonist? Is that it? You believe in multiple gods? Are you a polytheist or a monotheist?
I am a looking for a theist.
I'm looking for a theist.
Yes.
Remember one thing.
The anti-theist.
Remember one thing. Monotheism is the slippery slope to atheism.
That's right. I was a monotheist all my life, and I
You have to believe in something.
slipped right into it. Yeah,
And you might as well believe in the Oracle of Apollo. And that's me.
that's right. Yeah. If you don't recognize him from the critically acclaimed Prisoners of the Lost Universe, he was Apollo in Battlestar Galactica.
Title one more time.
What? Prisoners of the Lost Universe?
Exiting from this little blog, okay?
Battlestar Galactica.
He is from Battlestar Galactica. That's why everybody's here. I'm giving him a hard time because I brought up his favorite movie. It's his favorite John Saxon movie.
Saxon was brilliant. That's probably the best work John ever did. Seriously. No, really. But the reason I did it, seriously, people always wonder why you make these bad movies, right? Well, it's usually because of the woman co-star that's in the movie. So I happen to get to work with the sexy, beautiful, juicy Kay Lenz. And everybody remembers her. She was
Climbing
married
the
to
mountain.
David Cassidy,
Yes.
remember?
Yep.
Yes.
For those of you that were born anywhere remotely after 1975, or before, I should say, before 75, yeah.
So you do these cons a lot? I mean, are you a con guy?
You asked.
Well, because I just want to know.
The thing for me is most actors got ripped off for years by the studios that they merchandise and use our name and faces and everything on characters of what we played. And, at conventions, you could buy all kinds of toys and games and stuff. And actors were supposed to get some kind of a little small percentage deal of that, which they should get. And they never got anything. So conventions came along and started inviting media guests to come to the conventions. And it was actually really, really nice because for the first time, actors actually got to sign some of the toys and games and various things that had their name and character on it. So it was kind of a nice, opportunity for actors to actually to be able to have a part in that, that deal that Universal or any studio wasn't basically sharing with the actors. And I'm sure you've heard of lawsuits from certain actors with Paramount or whatever. But anyway, for me, it's really much more than that, because I'm a huge sci-fi fan. From the time I was 8 years old, I was reading sci-fi. And then to get the chance to be in a wonderful sci-fi show like Battlestar Galactica. And then for me, these conventions are an opportunity to hang out with people who love the things that I love.
Absolutely, yeah.
To hang out, you know, and go to the bar, have a drink, sit and talk. Great sci-fi, great movies, great television. And like I tell people, sci-fi conventions are for everybody. The whole family can come. You can be a little kid, you can be 90 years old, and this is the one place that everybody can come together and have a great time together. So I love it.
Well, let me add something to that. Richard really is a science fiction fan.
It's all about
He's a fan. He's a fan. F-A-N spells fan. The reason I got involved with Richard in the first place was he co-writes the Battlestar Galactica novels he was doing for years, and I discovered when I was brought in to be his co-writer, he actually writes. You know these actors that bring in a co-writer? The co-writer does everything. You know, Bill Shatner, Bill O'Reilly, everybody named Bill, you know? Well, Richard actually does write. He's a co-writer who writes with his co-writer. He is a science fiction fan. He likes science fiction. And I really enjoyed doing 3 Battlestar Galactica novels with him. Then we ended up working on a web series I did called Silicon Assassin. Now we're working on Magellan, a big project that Richard hopes will be exactly what he's needed career-wise for years. Magellan. Don't forget Magellan. But the fact is, he really is a fan. And at a conventions, actors get to be George Lucas and sell their own stuff.
Wow.
That was great. That was really great.
I knew there was a reason I had you on this program.
I had other questions, and now I forgot what they were. Have you seen? I know.
I thought I did pretty good.
I know you said not to bring it up again, but have you seen the riff tracks for Prisoners of the Lost Universe?
Are we back to Prisoners of the Lost Universe?
I just have to say,
What is it about you and Prisoners of the Lost Universe? What is it?
I watch it daily.
I have to ask you a question. Isn't it prisoner instead of prisoners?
I believe it's
Isn't it-
Prisoners.
I don't remember. We need to Google this. It's either, I thought it was prisoner, but I may be wrong.
But
I hummed the Battlestar Galactica theme song. Would that be a segue into
the non.
the non-battle? I mean, Prisoner of the Lost
Okay.
Universe.
All right, well, we're done. I'm sorry. We'll talk about Battlestar Galactica. So you were Apollo. Bye.
Well, that was it. What about Tom
That
Zarek?
was your question?
What about
Yeah.
Tom Zarek?
I was Apollo? Yeah. I
Tom
got-
Zarek, president of the universe.
By the way, I was president of the universe.
Yes.
I don't care what anybody says. I was president. Legitimately,
You were.
unlike that Rosalind character who came in there and rigged elections, okay, and pushed me aside, okay, misused me, abused me, seriously, okay? So if anybody should have gone out the airlock, it should have been Rosalind, not Tom Zarek. That's what I got to say.
You heard it from the right from the mouth.
He was treated so badly in his political career
Painful.
that now he has a cable news show.
I'm having to drink green tea to self-medicate, okay?
Green tea. It has antioxidants in it, so it's good for you.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Wait, you're into health food?
Does it look like I'm not?
Anyway, real quick, because there is some important things to talk about, and you can leave now because this is important
I'll go
stuff.
get my coffee.
No. Actually, the Battlestar was a genre in the world that I really loved. So I loved writing in that world, and my collaboration with him over the last 3 books has been one of the best collaborations I've ever had, and it's extended into this whole new Great War of Magellan project that I started developing many, many years ago, and he came on board now to work with me and co-create this universe, and it's been one of the most extraordinary. Everybody talks about it. When it works, when a collaboration works, there's nothing better. And I've had this amazing collaboration with this guy. You know, God knows I can't get along with him outside of the bar, but no great writer I ever met didn't like the bar, okay?
No.
Usually,
There's no such thing as a great sober
great
writer.
Exactly. So the point I'm making is that for me, I've gotten a chance to work with him also on Silicon Assassin, which was this wonderful, funny, what do you want to call it, political satire on how government, many times, whether it's left or right, doesn't matter, how easy governments can sometimes take advantage of situations because maybe the people do not keep governments accountable.
And you can
know.
fight back. You
And
can always fight
you
back.
can fight back. So I'm a hologram that goes after anybody that tries to take away our political freedoms. Okay.
That's awesome.
And
by
that's
the
a
way,
web series.
And that
Okay.
was Tom Zarek, because Tom Zarek, as much as people don't realize, I was not the bad guy. I was actually fighting for democracy.
Right.
Which means you have to build consensus before you decide what people have to do or not do.
Right.
Instead of throwing them in prison because they do not agree. Okay. So again, Adama, if anybody should have gone out the airlock, it should have been you. So say we all.
So we're saying he was against the tyrannical leader, and he's for the people.
Who drove me to kill? Okay. Either it's a bad relationship, or it's, the commander of the Galactica.
That's right.
I would never have done those things because the only friends I had on Galactica was the council, right?
That's right.
And who made me do it? Who drove me to kill my very closest friends?
As
Do
I
you realize,
said before,
do you realize
yeah.
the courage,
Yeah.
the guts, the heart, the soul it took for me to have to kill the very people that supported me? And why did I have to kill them? Because they were absolutely, what's the word I'm trying to say? They were absolutely not in tune with the principles of democracy, which means that anybody that tries to take away democracy needs to go down, right? And I was fighting for democracy.
That's right.
That means you have to build consensus, people have to agree, and then you can initiate legislation. But no, this was a dictatorship.
That's right.
It was either Adama's way or the highway. Well, guess what? Gaeta and Tom Zarek said no. We stood up like Braveheart, William Wallace in Scotland, and now we're the bad guy, which is what history is always written by the winner, right?
Exactly.
So guess what? We're relegated to the bad guy. But who was the true bad guy? That's what I want to know. Who are the bad guys? Who are the good guys? That's what I want to ask. Who are the good guys? Who are the bad guys?
And that's a
You ever
good
asked
question.
As I said before, he's so bitter he's a talk show host now.
And that's a question that we want to hear answers at.
Seriously.
And I'm going home with Richard Hatch's banana.
And by the way, I think you're right. It probably is Prisoners of the Lost Universe.
No. Please. I spent all my fortune buying up every copy of Prisoners of the Lost Universe, and you, my friend, have solely, you alone, have brought it back into my consciousness.
By the way, do you still have your kendo sword?
No, but my frontal lobar lobotomy now has totally been negated. How did you know I have a kendo sword?
It was from the movie.
By the way, do you know that I beat up all these stunt guys? They were actually karate guys that were doing stunts. And I got so into the whole karate thing, with the kendo thing. And Yamasaki, who was the trainer for Arnold Schwarzenegger and Conan the Barbarian, trained me. But I got so carried away with all of it, I was killing people left and right. And finally, in one scene, all these guys close in on me, and the camera's on it, and you can't see me for a few moments. All these mothers were kicking and jabbing me and getting back.
They're getting the revenge.
Getting the revenge. They kicked the shit out of me.
That's awesome.
Swear to God, but it was actually a really fun shoot.
That's
Yeah.
good. Well, I want to thank you both. This has been a great interview.
Thank you.
Thanks for giving us time.
I think you should never do this again. That's what I think. No, I seriously do. Really. What do you call yourself on this show?
What do I call myself?
Yeah.
Adam.
Adam. Well, Adam not.
I'm usually not the interviewer.
No, but that's what. Who's the
That's why
interviewer?
you were good.
He didn't get to come today, so yeah.
And by the way, you're still not the interviewer.
No. I'm gonna hand the mic off to everybody.
Because we haven't been interviewed yet.
No, you were great.
This
You were
was,
great.
this was a discussion, a talk. Without this guy
all
here.
good interviews are discussions. And like he said, I'm a professional writer, so I drink a
He's
lot.
actually great. We love
Since
this
I
guy.
drink a lot, we'll call this segment Down the Hatch.
Yeah. And by the way,
Nice.
I do feel love, seriously, because I know even though Prisoners of the Lost Universe is a movie that I've tried to forget, the fact that you loved it and supported me makes me feel very happy.
Well, I'm glad. I really do love it.
You have a credit card, I can process. No, seriously. Really, we're at an age and a time when actors need to be supported.
I know.
You know what I mean? Because actors have to deal with great rejection. We're famous, we're successful, we make lots of money, we buy houses, and then 10 years later, we can't put the furniture in the house. you know, truly, we've got this big house, this big overhead, and now the job is gone, and we can't support the house.
Yeah, I understand.
So we're passing the cup.
That's what the conventions are for.
I got $1.
Put $1 in there.
I'm going to give Richard Hatch my $1 that I got from the convention.
Thank you.
Oh, it's an Adama buck.
Wait, I get $2? No, $1.
Oh, he got two. He got $2. $2 for Richard Hatch.
I'm gonna go out here and buy nothing, because nothing, $2 will buy nothing.
You can get a $2 comic. I think they're selling them for $2.
It's a pleasure.
Thanks a lot.
Real pleasure.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah.